Howdy folks, my name's Asher. I just got back from a Halloween party with my lovely girlfriend who's behind the camera, and boy do I have a surprise for you. Yep, I got BC Racing coilovers, folks. I splurged and I got the fancy shit. No lowering springs here. Let's open it up and see what's inside, and then we'll go from there. Hey, stop.
My mom was a cameraman. I'm never in front of the camera. I'm always behind the camera.
You can unbox the coilovers if you want.
I don't want it. I look ugly.
Okay. Remember, folks, always cut away from you. I said always cut away from you. Always.
Why are you repeating it like a psychopath?
Always cut away from me. I think I'm just stupid.
Nah, maybe. That's a possibility.
Stop. You're not supposed to agree with me. See, I'm thinking way too. Stop. Please. Stop.
I'm gonna cut this, right?
Dude. BR series. So these are like the introductory kind of coilovers that you get. Oh, there's another box in here. Yay. Like if you're making a street build, or if you're just making a fun, little candy car. Look at all these look at all these fucking stickers I got. These are going right on my rear window, just so everybody knows that my car is special. Here we are, people. See how well these are packaged? Nothing's going wrong here. How this thing works. So this is the front. This one goes in the front. So how this works is you have adjustable dampening right here, right? So this clicks back and forth. Makes it so it's not super uncomfortable. Oh, and these also come with camber plates. So that's also really cool. Spin these to dial in your ride height, and these are specifically made for, on this sticker right here says that they're specifically made for the 2006 to 2018 Volvo C30, which is my car. In the back of my car, the spring and the shock are separate. They're not actual like coil springs over shocks. You know it's a good quality product when you're struggling to get it out of the packaging because of how well packaged it is.
I think it's just because it's a spring.
This is the spring. The spring goes right here, and this basically raises or lowers the spring. You have these little thingies right here. Here is the shock.
I'm shocked. It's shocking.
There's also the Can you just stop it with the feet? Basically, I have two of each. I have two of the front strut. I have two of the back separate shock and spring.
Wow.
Here are the tools you're supposed to use to tighten everything down. So yeah.
You mean up?
So yeah, that's it. We're gonna cut to me installing the car.
Cut to a? We're gonna cut to him installing this into his car. Can I have a kiss?
Alright, we got the coilovers right there. The silver bullet right here. I'm right here. Music's up there. Let's get into this. Before you start following along, watch the video in its entirety, then start. Alright, so we have the wheel off, wheel under the car, jacked up. Always put the wheel under the car in case the jack fails. Thing I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna unscrew these bolts from the strut bar. Next thing we gotta do is, in order to get this out, we gotta undo that bolt. I also did take out the brake line right here from this because that also needs to come out. It just kind of like pops out, and yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so first we're gonna take these ones off up at the top, just because we don't want all of this come crashing down when we pull this out, because I do believe this spring might be a little loaded. So let's do this. Took all the top 3 bolts off. I had to take this out, which was in this hole, right? I have this being supported by another jack. This doesn't seem to want to come out, so I'm gonna go grab a mallet. Did pull the ABS sensor out, which just plugs into there. It's kind of hard to see, but it plugs right into there. So it's not getting in the way while I'm hammering on it. So I'm perchance just a little stupid. So this is wiggling around, which is great because it means this is loose, but this is also moving with it. So that means I have to screw it back in at the top so I can mallet it out. Fantastic. All right, finally got the original one out. It's a pain in the ass. I did not have to take that one out, this bolt right here. Didn't have to take it out, I ended up screwing it back in. It was such a pain in the ass. It was so difficult. What I had to do is just hit this over and over again with the hammer. These Volvos are super stubborn after having these stuck in there for the longest time. So use a freaking hammer. Don't get afraid to get a little rough with it. I did, and it finally came out. Now it's time to install the coilover. This little part right here goes into that spot, and this is supposed to slide into the top. Hopefully this should be easy. Let's keep going. All right, it's finally in. Now we gotta take this and put it back in there. And I gotta take the brake line and put it there, and then I gotta take this and then plug it back in. All right, I just put her back down. Everything's back together. Look at that. Look at that. What do you want? No, bro, that's your job. That's your job. That's your job. I'm doing a job. All right, coming to the underside of the car. You're gonna want to unscrew this right here, the anti-sway bar, right? And then you're gonna want to get another jack, and you're gonna want to apply some pressure up there so you can take that out. And the purpose of us bringing that out is just to make it easier to remove the spring. It's several months since I've actually had these installed, as you can tell, because I have new wheels. So right now I'm undoing this bolt right here. I'm just lowering a bit more. Once you finish undoing the sway bar nuts right there, which are a big pain in the butt, you get everything taken out, then you undo this. It's a lot of potential energy, so be really careful. It's good to have a second jack with you, just so this doesn't come flying down. When you're putting in the strut, I already changed it, it's really easy. But the strut right here, wheel's gonna be right here. This bolt, you undo it, and then there are two other bolts at the very top. I don't know if you can see them. You also undo those. It's really easy. Make sure you're doing your research about what the torque specs and everything are. But yeah, this is the same on both sides. Hello everybody, it's been 6 months and I got fat again. I apologize for not posting this sooner than later. I put these coilovers in November. It is now May. I apologize for my procrastination. Today, we're gonna finish off this video by rolling our fenders, because as much as I love having these coilovers in, and as low as it is right now, it's not quite low enough. If I go any lower, then I rub like really bad and it chews up my tires. It's not pretty. So we're gonna roll our fenders. I also cut my hair. I look like post Anissa OnlyFans iDubbbz. That's how you know shit's getting real. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, as you can tell, these wheels kind of filthy. While they're off, I think we're just gonna deep clean them. I've been completely enamored by this little guy that I found on the floor. He's a baby jumping spider. I've named him Archibald. Look at him, he's so adorable. Yeah, that's my new friend. I'm supposed to be doing this right now. He's like taking all of my attention away from my car. He's just chilling, look at him. Not venomous, he's not biting, no nothing. He's just big chilling. Currently in the process of taking the fender liner out. You have to take this cover off. There's some torque screws like right here that you gotta take out. Anyways, I'm taking the fender liner out. Look at how much rubber is here from the amount I've like been rubbing and chewing up my tires, man. This is all rubber right here for my tire. We've been given a beautiful little surprise here. Our axle seems to be torn. So lube is just everywhere on the transmission, on the motor mounts, on this control arm right here. So that's really fun. Just heating up these fenders right here so that when we put all this pressure and stuff against them, right, we don't crack the paint. Want to make these malleable and easier to work with. Yes, I'm aware this is the other side. I already did the right or left side, right? And there's this gap right here. I think I just need to get some new clips, but just wanted to get things done before I actually recorded myself and made myself look stupid. We're getting started on this side now. I'm not gonna do the back because I'm not rubbing back there. I don't want to have to do more work than I have to do right now because I'm not rubbing back there. The only time I might consider doing that is if I get spacers and I'm rubbing. Let's get this piece of shit done. Basically, to start this, you want to get pretty much every single torque screw bolt you see here. Because not only are you going to be taking out the flare, you're also going to be taking out the fender liner. Sorry if I seem like super bland and my energy's gone. I'm just really defeated. I am really frustrated about that CV joint boot over there on the other side. This one seems to be fine. So at least that's less cost for me. I'm a little defeated, but usually how working on this car goes. But at the end of the day, I know that no matter what, I'm gonna enjoy it and I'm gonna have a good time with it. No matter how much trouble this shit box gives me. So let's get started on taking all these bolts out. Forgot to tell you that there are some actually little bolt thingies right there that you need to take out, but those are easy. You can take them out by hand. So now that all of this is apart, right, and taken out, now you gotta take out the fender flare. Isn't really super hard, but you have to be delicate with it because it's pretty much held in by a bunch of plastic clips. And if you break them, then you'll get what happens over here where you got panel gaps. Just be careful with it and let's keep going. Yeah, fender liners can get pretty dirty. As you can see, I broke a piece of the thing, so that's really fun. Let's keep going, I guess. Alright, so right now we're just heating up the fenders. Right now you want to make sure you're not at a super extreme angle when you first start off. Fenders should still be nice and warm. You're gonna just tighten this up until it gives you just the littlest bit of resistance, right? And you're just gonna start going. Keep doing that until you think you're okay, and then move on to a more extreme angle. Just incrementally go up because you don't want to, mess your fenders up. This is what it should look like after. I don't know how easy it is to tell, but this is definitely a lot better than the first one. There is little to no chipped paint, which is nice. Look at that. Look at that angle, dude. Now it's floated on top of itself. Yeah. That's what you love to see. So that's what fender rolling is just folding this lip back onto itself so you can run a tighter, more flush fit. I really wish my camera would fucking focus right now. This is really starting to piss me off. We're gonna try and go 1/4 of an inch lower, all right? Hopefully that'll be good enough. Maybe we'll go lower. Coilovers have been adjusted. Time to put the fender liner and the thing back on. Alright, now that that bullshit's done, it's time to put the wheel back on. Time to tighten everything down. Sometimes I wish I just got a Civic. You know what I mean? Like, they're so much easier to work on. Don't try to be cool like I did and get something obscure. Because while having this is nice, love this car. This really is just a pain in the ass to work on, and parts are expensive. Parts and labor are super expensive. If you just want to get a car to learn how to wrench on it, get a Civic or VQ. As annoying as they are, my inner Hispanic yearns for Japanese cars. Always remember to torque your shit down, unless you want to, you know, have your wheel come off when you're in the Santa Monica Mountains late at night and you're in your Audi S4 that your daddy bought you, and you just had those BBS wheels that your daddy also bought you put on, but whoever put them on, I guess, didn't torque them down correctly, so they fall off in the middle of you hitting the canyons, right? So then everyone else who's on their way up the mountain has to stop because your dumbass didn't check your wheels to make sure they were torqued before you went driving like a maniac. Saw this happen, actually. This is a true story. Just torque your shit down, guys. Be smart. Don't be lazy, especially when, you know, it's the thing that literally connects your car to the road. All right, we are currently in the process of replacing the boot right there. That was what's broken. This was the old one right here, right? See how it's like ripped off right there? I had such a fun time with this. I don't know who was working on this last, but they used terrible, I wouldn't even call them clamps in the trash. It was like this, but bigger. Like, who the fuck uses these types of clamps? Like, what moron thought it was a good idea to put that type of clamp in a hard to reach place like the axle boot, man? Like, seriously, I am so for real. Take your car to a shop that you know is gonna do a good job with your fucking car, okay? Because I'm tired of running into shit like this on my car where some other fucking dumbass doesn't know how to work on a Volvo, starts working on it, and then putting shit on that's gonna make it hard for the next person or whoever needs to work on it next a fucking hell. I know I sound crazy and I know I'm kind of having a little crash out right now, but I'm actually pissed. This was not supposed to take this long. I cannot reiterate it enough. Take your car to quality shops or learn how to do it yourself so you know that you're gonna do a good job. Okay? Please. No. Do what makes you happy. And you know, as much time as I spend cursing and not having fun with this, I'm happy with it in the end. So I suppose whatever floats your boat. Apparently this floats my boat. All right, day 2, putting this stuff back on. I gotta put this protector on. I forgot to put it on last night, so now I have to take everything apart again. So that's super fun and exciting, but whatever. All right, we got that part of the axle out. So far, so good. Let's hope it stays that way. All right, so we got everything back in. You can see it's right there. Got that in, holding everything in place. And now we're just putting everything back together the way it was. All right, just got everything torqued down. Got that torqued down. I got that back there torqued down. Now all I gotta do is screw that back in, put that back on. All right, she's finally down on her feet. What I'm gonna do now is have these stickers right here on the window. I don't really like them. So what I think I'm gonna do is I wanna start putting them like on the back fender, like right here under the window. So right now I have an Elevate sticker, a Magnaflow sticker, and a BC Racing sticker. I do wanna get one of those Prancing Mooses, but I can't get that right now. This is what I kinda got going on right. Don't mind my legs. This is what I kinda got going on right now. I'm playing with it. I'm formulating with my girlfriend because she has a better eye for these types of things than I do, but it's gonna look about like that, and then eventually I'll get like one of those Prancing Moose stickers. All right, this is how we're looking. I think it looks pretty cool. This will most definitely be one of those things that I grow out of on my car, but I think I like it.
My name is Hergen Durgist. My name is Fergen Durgist, and I hate the Britney Spears.